Hi, I'm Kurt, aka Big Daddy, and this is Ladybug. Say hi to YouTube, Ladybug. Say hi to your friends. It's Memorial Day weekend here in El Cerrito, and that means it's time for Ladybug's dog packing summer. Now, what is dog packing, you might ask? Well, dog packing is backpacking with your dog where you put a pack on your dog. At least I think that's what it is. So I'm going to show you Ladybug's dog pack. Okay, Ladybug, I'm going to show your friends your dog pack. You go roll in some dead squirrels or something, okay? Okay. Now this is a dog pack I just bought at REI this past weekend because my dog loves to hike and she loves to camp. You might say to yourself, well, why would you dog pack? Why would you put a pack on your dog when you already are backpacking presumably with a backpack on yourself? Well, there's a few reasons for that. The one kind of minor consideration is that I think when Ladybug has her little dog pack on, I think it's kind of a signal to other people who might be on the hiking trail that she's a well-trained dog, which is important because it might not always be immediately apparent that she is a well-trained dog. Yeah, Friday she ate a package of dates and a block of brie cheese off the kitchen table. So, shouldn't have left it out. And so I was kind of concerned about taking it for a hike, but I think the brie cheese and the dates kind of canceled each other out, so it wasn't too bad. So back to reasons for dog packing. One consideration is safety. The more people in your party who are carrying packs, I think the safer you are, because if you've got 5 people and you're only carrying, only 1 or 2 people are carrying packs, well, what happens if you lose a pack? What happens if a pack goes over a waterfall, or a bear gets your pack, or a pack spills off the cliff, or something like that? You could lose some critical stuff. The more people who have packs, the more you can spread out that critical stuff, or have extras of the critical stuff like your compass, your flashlight, your granola, your first aid kit. So the more packs you have, the safer you are, I think. The main reason for me, though, for dog packing is that I know when I'm on a long trip with the dog, and she does tend to go for miles and miles and miles, everything that I want to have with the dog when I'm hiking, I can just make sure it's all in the pack, and then I strap it on the dog and I know it's all there. So what are some of those things that I always want to have with me when I'm backpacking with my dog? Well, the very first thing is reading glasses. Now, you would say, why do I need reading glasses? My dog reads? No, my dog doesn't read. She tries to, but I need reading glasses so I can find ticks on her. And we have a lot of ticks out here in California. You don't want your dog getting Lyme disease. You always want to check for ticks when you've been with your dog on a hiking trail out here. And this is the other thing I'd carry with me is a flea comb, because it helps me to find the ticks in her fur. Something else, there's all kinds of stuff you'd want to have with you on your dog. Puppy pads, for her feet, and her mosquito repellent, and her dog toy that you throw it in the water, and she won't chase a ball, she won't retrieve a ball. She'll go out there and get it, but she won't bring it back, or sometimes she'll bring it halfway back. I say she's only half retriever, so she only brings the ball halfway back. I don't know. But this thing, you throw it in the water, she always brings it back. I don't know why. Who can explain these things? And then, of course, food. You want to have food for your dog. And this is her favorite thing. It's yams. So we tested the dog pack this weekend out in Wildcat Canyon, here near El Cerrito. So right away I noticed the pack seemed kind of loose on her. And I just had her out in an empty pack, nothing in the pack. And I said, well, maybe I should take the medium pack back and get a small. And just as I was having this thought, I turned around and there was Ladybug rolling in some really liquidy cow poop. And I said to myself, well, maybe a return is not an option right now. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cinch up this top part, put some shoelaces or something in there, cinch it up, and then it should be right. She's a tough size to fit. She's always either too big for a small or too small for a large or in between medium and large. She just has kind of an unusual size and shape. All of these dog packs, they seem like they have the same features. They all have this handle and back so you can lift your dog up. And that's mostly because if you're going over some rocky terrain, your dog might not be able to make it, so you can kind of hoist your dog up and carry your dog over the terrain. It's not really a consideration for Ladybug. She's a pretty nimble dog. She can get to that cow poop wherever it might be. She'll find it. Well, yeah, or if you just want to keep her out of somebody's way. Yesterday at Wildcat, my cameraman discovered this big bird. It was like a big blue heron or something. He said, "Oh, I gotta take pictures of this bird," and Ladybug loves my cameraman, so she was chasing after him, and I had to grab her and hold on to her by her little handle so that she wouldn't chase after the cameraman and scare away the bird. And my cameraman was out there taking pictures of this bird for like 20 minutes, which kind of drove me nuts a little bit. But anyway, I was able to hold on to the dog even though she wanted to chase after my cameraman. So the handle came in handy. Now yesterday I had Ladybug in a completely empty pack. This dog pack didn't have anything in it, and that's generally, I think, how you train your dog to use a pack. You just start out with an empty pack. So I think maybe next time we'll just put a little something in there. Maybe put a couple of dish rags in there, some poop bags or something, and we'll see how she does. And I'll check in and let you know. So stay tuned. I want some yams. Why are you making silly puppy face?